What is up, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Crazy Mook here, and I'd like to tell you a quick story about my first parentless holiday abroad. I was about 14 or 15 years old, and I was really good friends with my neighbour, and he was just about turning 16 or 17, I think, and he'd just come into some money through inheritance, and despite everything his parents was telling him, he decided to blow it all on this once-in-a-lifetime style holiday. And he said, would I like to come along, just like me and him and whatever, and he said he'd pay for the majority of it. So already off to a good start, and we ended up going off to the Caribbean, to this little island called Turks and Caicos. It's a beautiful little island. It's basically like, you know, like the real Windows desktop type place, you know, like proper blue sea, golden yellow sands, all the rest of it. And we ended up staying in this huge villa type place. It was huge, absolutely mammoth, especially for two people. And we ended up making friends with this. We ended up going to like this bar slash pool hall. That's where we spent the majority of our day. And yeah, we ended up meeting these couple of guys there who were on like a works holiday vacation type thing, and they were from Memphis, and they were really nice guys. One of them reminds me of RC62, except without like the long hair. But I'd stick a picture of it. I'm gonna go and find my camera I took with me and post some pictures up. And but anyway, yeah, we ended up meeting these guys, and eventually got onto the subject of sailing and how much of a good sailor he was, and the fact that he had a boat and he used it frequently. And anyway, so the long and the short story of is that we decided to go and rent one of these, I can't remember the type of a boat it was, I think they call them catamarans. They've got like two canoe type things, and they're basically like held together with top pooling, and yeah, had like no overhead cover at all. And so we go out sailing, and we're out there about 2 hours, and we start drifting towards these huge breaker waves out towards the coast, and then he was completely pissed off his head anyway, but it's kind of funny. We weren't really worried at the time, and we got closer and closer to these breaker waves, and we couldn't really do anything about it. We were just drifting there, and we didn't have any communication or form of communication either, so we just ended up like waving our arms for a while, and somebody managed to contact the authorities, and we got rescued by the Coast Guard. So we were towed back by the Coast Guard, and I think this bloke, I think his name was Jeff, I'm not entirely sure, he got quite a ticking off from the authorities, but it was funny. You know, when you're actually there in the situation, you know, it's not funny, or you know, you're scared and whatever, but looking back on it, you know, it was probably like, it's stupid to say, but probably like one of the highlights of the holiday. It was just like one of those really memorable moments, and yeah, it was really cool. And we stayed on this resort. It's sort of, I can't remember the name of the place, but anyway, we ended up talking to this guy who worked there. I think his name was Matthew, I'm not entirely sure. This was a while ago. So we ended up like spending quite a lot of time with him and just like chilling out with him. And we actually got the guy like demoted slash fired. Well, we sort of like threw him in the pool. Well, I don't even know where I'm going. I'm just sort of taking turnings as I like them as they come. But yeah, no, we like ended up throwing him in the swimming pool where little kids were having like swimming lessons, and yeah, And so he was like in serious trouble for hanging around with like a couple of kids who, you know, had been drinking, and you know, sort of let him push. They let, how do I, let's go right, and they, you know, whatever, he let us basically push him in the swimming pool, but as far as I'm aware he still keeps his job, but yeah, so it was a proper holiday, proper parentless holiday. So yeah, I had like my parents' permission and everything to go away, and yeah, I haven't actually been on holiday since. We're planning on going away to Spain soon, I hope. But no, that is one of my most memorable holidays, and I think it always will be, and that's why. But anyway guys, if you have any holidays like that and would like to leave sort of where and what they were in the comments, or make a video response, please feel free to leave them, and I will catch you guys later, alligator.